Hey everyone, it's your girl Lady Vintage Bags here, and today I'm going to be going through with you an updated tutorial on how to polish Louis Vuitton hardware, especially the really vintage tarnish one, and how to take a pre-loved piece with very dull, tarnished and just really sad looking hardware back to its prime in its shiny, beautiful condition. And I'm so excited because I just learnt a new skill with the new product. And I'm so excited because I was finally able to improve my technique to battle two pain points I was experiencing before. So I'm going to show you all the steps one by one and show you all the products I use, and also show you which are the new updated steps and which pain points that they have finally fixed. Now, just as a disclaimer, before using any new products or any new techniques on a product, always make sure you do a test patch on an inconspicuous location. That way, if you don't like how the product works on your bag, you haven't applied it everywhere and ruined your whole bag. So what products do I use? I'll leave all the links for the products I use down below in the description box. So my favorite polish is this blue metal polish cream, which I learned about from the channel Purse on Fleek, so thank you, Mel. And I apply it using cotton buds, or as you call it, Q-tips in America. Alternatively, a lot of vintage Louis Vuitton lovers do like to use Brasso. However, I am not a Brasso kind of girl. I find this too messy and too stinky to use. But if you like it, then definitely use it. I just prefer the blue metal polish cream. I find it much more user-friendly and less messy and smelly. Any brand of unscented baby wipes just for cleanup. This is my new favorite tool for polishing hardware. This is the Dremel with the polishing felt head. You don't have to use the Dremel brand if you have a similar product in a different brand, but it should be the polishing head, which is a felt head. Alternatively, if you don't have that tool, you can use any jewelry polishing cloth that comes with the clean and polishing side. So usually it would have two sides on it. And lastly, just final leather conditioner and a microfiber cloth to apply with, just for final conditioning at the end after doing all the cleaning. And I'm really excited because the Dremel makes such a huge difference in cutting down the time and the effort and improving the results in polishing hardware, especially on the really old tarnished vintage Louis Vuitton, such as these old 80s Eclair zippers. They are definitely tougher ones to polish compared to the Louis Vuitton branded zippers. So step one, apply blue metal polish cream to the Q-tip and start rubbing. So you only need a very small amount of blue metal polish, not a lot at all. You just put it on the Q-tip and just start applying it to the zipper head, which is where I like to start. I like to leave the zipper teeth for afterwards. So you can see me here just rubbing back and forth, and immediately the Q-tip starts to turn black as it takes the tarnish off. So I just like to do one section at a time on the zipper head. So I usually just like to pick the easiest spot to do first, which is like the top here. Start rubbing, 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 rubbing. And you'll see my Q-tip goes more black over time. And then periodically I'll take the wet wipe and also just do a mild cleanup. And you'll even see the wet wipe go black too as the tarnish comes off onto the wet wipe. Now, if your zipper head, like mine, has a leather zipper pull, you do want to make sure you avoid putting the metal polish cream on the zipper pull or getting it onto any of the canvas or leather parts of the bag. However, if you do get it on there, just simply wipe it off quickly. And we are going to go through and condition the bag at the end anyway if you're concerned about over wiping your bag. Now, I accidentally got some on the leather there, so I'm just going to use my baby wipe to clean that up. So I have a leather tab here on the end of the zipper, and underneath is tarnish. So luckily the leather can actually move around the zipper head. So I'm going to move it to one side and try to get the part polished underneath. So you can see the zipper head is coming up really good as we progress. Okay, here's a progress shot. So you can see it's greatly improved the color of the zipper. Now there's still some tarnishing on there. Okay, step two. Now we're going to polish the zipper head with the Dremel. Now this is my favorite part. So now I'm going to go in with the Dremel with my polishing head. This is like a felt head. So I like to turn the Dremel onto the second setting. So I'm dremeling all over the zipper head. Now the back and the front also. And I want to be careful of that leather zipper pull. And I will have to move that leather pull around so I can get underneath and on the sides as well. Now the hardest parts to really polish is where it has the words eclair there. So for this area, I did have to repeat the process twice or 3 times, where I was using the blue metal polish cream, wiping it off, then dremeling, using the blue metal polish cream, wiping it off and dremeling. And that goes for the other side also. So this part can take a few goes, whereas the rest of the zipper head is easier. Now, if you don't have a Dremel, you can simply do it by hand using a metal polishing cloth. It will take longer, but with a lot of elbow grease and time, you can get a very similar effect. Okay, so that's the zipper done. Now we're going to do the zipper teeth. So all up, this zipper head took me about 30 to 40 minutes to do. Now it's time to do the zipper teeth. Now, before we get onto the instructions for the zipper teeth, I want to address some pain points that I've previously experienced, particularly with these really old 80s vintage bags. So I have used other methods such as applying Brasso with a Q-tip along the zipper teeth, or applying Brasso with a paper towel along the zipper teeth, or applying Brasso with a wet wipe along the zipper teeth. And what I have found is that it leaves a lot of film of Brasso on the zipper teeth and the fabric it's attached to, and it's left a smell. So I have a lot of residue and smell left over, which actually stopped me from further using Brasso on the zipper teeth and just living with very tarnished zipper teeth. And that's where the Dremel came into place and fixed that pain point. So I no longer have that problem now that I have the Dremel. Now let's continue with the steps. Editing me here. Now, if you guys really love all of these DIY at home Louis Vuitton rehabbing and restoring bag tutorials, I have a ton of these. I have ones about how to clean and restore the whole vintage Louis Vuitton bags, or just videos on how to deal with the sticky pocket or mold problems, or like this, polishing the hardware. I have the old version and today's is the new version. So if you're loving buying vintage Louis Vuitton bags, or maybe just vintage designer bags, doesn't have to be Louis Vuitton, and DIY rehabbing them, restoring them and fixing them up at home, check out my tutorial videos, which I have linked down below because I have a ton. So step 3, now this is going to sound a little bit weird, but we're going to actually do one layer of removing the tarnish by applying the blue metal polish cream to the wet wipe and using the wet wipe as the cleaning cloth. Okay, so now we're going to do the zipper teeth, and I'm going to do something a little bit weird here. So I'm going to use my wet wipe, and I'm using the wet wipe because it doesn't like shred as easily as a paper towel. I'm going to put on some of the blue metal polish cream, and I'm just going to gently rub it onto the zipper teeth. So I have my bag unzipped. So look how dull and dark the zipper is at the moment. So we're going to start on this side. So just have it like that. And we just want to get some top layer of the tarnish off so they can go in with the Dremel and polish it. So you can see the colour is coming off onto the baby wipe there. I found if I put it with a paper towel or with a cotton bud, it leaves so much filament and it's even more difficult to try to get the filament off. Apply some blue metal polish cream to that wet wipe, flatten it out on the wet wipe, and then start applying it to the teeth and start cleaning the teeth. So you can see I'm starting with one row and I'm just wiping. You can see it's starting to turn black. Then I put more blue metal polish cream and wipe. And just do that along the whole length of the zipper. I only do that about once along that row of zipper teeth, and then you repeat it on the other side. So you can see it doesn't leave much film or much filament by doing it this way. When I tried it with the paper towel or just the cotton buds, there was filaments everywhere. Step 4. Now we're going to Dremel the zipper teeth. Okay, I'm going to come in with the Dremel now. So what I like to do is have the zipper unzipped hold the zipper with my fingers underneath so that I can apply pressure from the back of the zipper to the Dremel. Now it does get kind of hot once you apply the Dremel onto it. So I have the wet wipe between my finger and the zipper just to absorb some of the heat. And I'm just gonna go one row at a time. So as you can see, I'm just Dremeling here. Now it may not be obvious that it's coming up shiny straight away, but just give it a bit of time. And you may have to go over some areas a few times as well. So once you've done one row, then flip the bag over and do the other row of zipper teeth. And also don't forget about the zipper ends, like that end and that end there. Okay, so here we are. So this is the after. Much better now. So this took about an hour all up to do the zipper head and the zipper teeth on this small bag. Step 5, we're going to give the bag a final conditioning. So I did get some of the blue metal polish cream on different areas of the bag, which I did wipe off, but I don't want any of the leather to dry out because I was wiping it. So I'm going to now apply conditioner all over the bag. Now, unfortunately, I do have hardware here and here, but this hardware has already lost its gold color, so I'm not going to bother polishing that because it's already all silver, and it's not dull or dark either. It's still shiny silver. So I won't be polishing those areas. So just as a final recap of the method we used today, step 1 was to the zipper head, apply blue metal polish with the Q-tip. Step 2 was to the zipper head, use the Dremel polishing head. Step 3, to the zipper teeth, apply blue metal polish using a wet wipe. Step 4, to the zipper teeth, use the Dremel polish head. And finally, step 5, condition the bag. So guys, let me know what you think about my new updated method for polishing hardware and how it addresses those pain points of too much residue and too much smell being left on the zipper teeth, especially when using Brasso. I honestly had given up on trying to polish zipper teeth until I saw the Dremel method. And I actually saw that on Rachel Strickland's channel, so I'll leave hers linked down below. Now, if you guys haven't already seen the unboxing, try on and review of this bag here, which is the pre-1980s vintage Louis Vuitton Marley Bandolier, I'm gonna leave that video here. And if you guys haven't seen my latest unboxing of what I think to be my very best Birkin alternative from another luxury brand at a really reasonable price, I'm gonna leave that video here.